Assalamu alaikum and welcome everyone. Today we're going to dive into something really special, the final 3 verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, which, as you know, is the longest chapter in the entire Quran. And believe me, these verses aren't just tacked on at the end. They are a truly powerful and majestic culmination of everything that comes before them.
You know, there's a reason so many scholars talk about this ending with such awe. These verses take us on this profound journey, starting from the incredible weight of divine justice and leading us right into the breathtaking relief of divine mercy. It's a journey that really speaks to the heart of what it means to be a believer.
So that really begs the question, right? What is it that makes this particular conclusion so majestic? Well, to find the answer, we have to see how this incredible story unfolds, one verse at a time. So let's get started. Our journey kicks off with verse 284, and this verse, honestly, it presented a huge challenge to the first believers. It lays down a foundational truth about God's knowledge that is, well, pretty intimidating at first. So the verse starts by establishing Allah's absolute sovereignty. Everything in the heavens, everything on earth, it all belongs to Him. And this simple truth sets the stage for a really profound idea. If He owns everything, then of course He knows everything. And this is the line that caused such a stir. I mean, can you imagine hearing that? Every single passing thought, every hidden feeling in your heart, every intention, all of it is known and you'll be held accountable for it. For the believers hearing this for the very first time, that standard just felt impossibly high. And that was their reaction. This was the deeply human and distressed response from the Prophet's companions. They went straight to him, peace be upon him, and expressed this very real fear. You can just feel the weight of their concern. How could anyone, anywhere, possibly stand up to that level of scrutiny? But the Prophet's response here is so fascinating. Before offering any relief, before any clarification, he told them to first submit completely, to declare samina wa atana, we hear and we obey. This profound act of submission was the absolute key that would unlock all the mercy that was about to come. And that brings us right to verse 285, which is this beautiful turning point in the whole narrative. It's the community's powerful declaration of faith, their response to that tough command, and it's what brings that first incredible wave of relief. So the verse starts by them affirming the absolute core pillars of their faith, their iman. The Prophet and the believers with him declare their total belief in Allah, His angels, His revealed books, and all of His messengers, without making any distinction between them. It's this rock-solid, comprehensive statement of their creed. And right here, the verse draws this incredibly powerful contrast. The believer's creed is, we hear and we obey. This stands in total opposition to some past communities who said, yeah, we hear you, but then turned around and chose to disobey. This declaration marks a huge moment of complete and total submission. And yet, what I love is that even in their obedience, there is this profound humility. They immediately follow up their declaration of faith by asking for pardon. It's this beautiful recognition of our human imperfection, admitting that even with the best intentions, we're going to fall short, and we will always, always need His forgiveness. This brings us to the final verse, the grand finale, where this whole buildup finds its amazing resolution. Verse 286 is the divine response, a gift of pure mercy that directly addresses all those fears from verse 284, lifting the burden and showing us the path forward. And here it is, the principle that brings so much comfort. Allah makes it crystal clear. He will never hold a soul accountable for something that's outside its capacity. So what does that mean? It means those uncontrollable random thoughts aren't what we're judged by. Instead, we're responsible for what we earn, our deliberate choices and our actions. And then, in this incredible act of love, Allah gives the believers the exact words to ask for His help. This isn't just a list of requests, it's literally the script for an intimate conversation with Him. It's a prayer for understanding when we mess up, for relief from heavy burdens, and for the ultimate gifts of pardon, forgiveness, and mercy. Now, what makes this even more powerful is the history behind it. It's narrated that as the Prophet, peace be upon him, recited each one of these supplications, Allah responded in that very moment, saying, Qad fa'altu, yes, I have granted it. The prayer was being answered literally as it was being taught. Just amazing. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and just look at the whole complete picture. These three verses weave together this beautiful story that moves so seamlessly from the idea of divine justice to the actual experience of divine mercy. You can really see the whole journey in 3 steps. Verse 284 establishes Allah's absolute power and justice. Then, verse 285 gives us the believer's response, complete submission and faith. And finally, verse 286 delivers the reward, this absolute flood of mercy, ease, and a powerful prayer for all time.
And beyond their incredible meaning, these verses also carry immense spiritual power for our daily lives. The Prophet, peace be upon him, promised that for whoever recites just the last 2 verses at night, they will be sufficient. Sufficient for what? As a protection from harm, as a source of reward, and as a way to find spiritual fulfillment. So we end up right back where we started, but hopefully with a much, much deeper understanding. This majestic conclusion doesn't just close a chapter, it actually models for us how to approach our faith. It shows us that true submission is the key that unlocks mercy, and that God's accountability is always perfectly balanced with his divine ease. So this leaves us with one final thought to reflect on. How does understanding this incredible journey redefine our own personal relationship with faith?